Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 6 in the BBL. My name is CBAD, coach of the Detroit Steelwings, and we are taking on Amel. If you guys are excited, leave a like for this video. Subscribe for more Pokemon Draft League content. We got plenty of Draft League content coming your way through the new year. Rumor has it we got stuff already teed up for the new year. I don't know. I'm just here playing Pokemon, and I hope you guys are too. I've heard a lot of good things about Amel over the years from Joey, and just that he's a very, very good battler. So I'm a little nervous going into this, but we're definitely going to try to bring our A game and see what goes on. If you guys watched last week's video, then unfortunately, it was a little bit of a toss-up there. And by a little bit of a toss-up, I mean there were a lot of 50-50s that just didn't go in my favor. So we are hopefully just going to not have any of that and have a wonderful time today. But his team is scary. He's got a scary Terra Captain. He's got some scary stuff. So I'm hoping that we have the 6 that we need in order to take on his team. So definitely check out his channel. Link will be in the description, as well as the rest of the coaches in this season. If you're not up to date on any of that, get tapped in, get tuned in, and get ready to lock and load, because you guys, post-production, there will be some text somewhere right now. If you're like, I don't want to watch the team builder, I want to go to the battle, you should watch the team builder. That's like half the fun of Draft League, is seeing what the teams are and then seeing how each coach pivots their teams. But that went away by now. So I'll go on ahead and say you guys are going to start to see some teams appear on screen right about now. My opponent has a team that consists of Lugia, Origin Dialga, Iron Bundle, Ursaluna Blood Moon, Kommo-o, Gengar, Umbreon, Superior, and Hatterene. Some things to note about my opponent's team is that Kommo-o is his Terra Captain, which is potentially very scary. Potentially very, very scary. 2 Rockers in Dialga and Kommo-o, so both I think are pretty, like, one's a Terra Captain and one I just can't beat. Like, I can't touch it on one turn, so very likely he could get up rocks if he decides to do so. A T-Spiker and Gengar, no Spikers. No direct hazard removal. He does have Healing Wish in the form of Hatterene. And just an overall bulky team. I mean, it is both defense and special defense on average are above 100. I mean, his special attack is way up there. He's got some mons that could hit hard from the physical side, but it is primarily just a ton of special attackers. So that kind of went into consideration when building the team. So let's go on ahead and talk about what we are bringing this week. First up, we are bringing Boo the Clefable. Now, Boo is rocking his leftovers with the Unaware ability. I feel like we will need that going up against the likes of like Lugia, Kommo-o, Gengar to a Superior, things like that. I feel like Unaware is just like needed this week. So we are bringing Unaware. We have Calm Mind, Moonblast, Shadow Ball, and Moonlight. 252 EVs in HP, 4 in special attack, 252 EVs in special defense with a Calm Nature. Really, again, 2 Pokemon go above base 100 attack, and I would almost be willing to wager they will not be a physical set. Those are Dialga and Kommo-o. So full-on special defense, full-on friendship, Calm Mind to boost that even further. Unaware, again, to avoid contrary boost from Superior, to avoid any Omni boost that Kommo-o may have, any Throat Spray from Ursaluna boost, things along those lines, Calm Minds from Lugia, and just go up there. And then a combination of Moonblast and Shadow Ball just kind of hit even across the board. Shadow Ball into Lugia, Moonblast is neutral into Dialga, Moonblast into the Iron Bundle, into the Ursaluna. Kommo-o, if it's like Terra Fire with like bulletproof kind of walls this set, so something to keep in mind. Shadow Ball for the Gengar, Moonblast for the Umbreon. Toss up for Superior because I don't want to give it a special attack boost or a special defense boost, so we'll see where it gets to. And then Shadow Ball for the Hatterene. Next up, we are bringing our Terra Captain, Goku the Iron Hands. Now, he is rocking a Mental Herb with the Quark Drive ability. We have Substitute, Swords Dance, Drain Punch, and Thunder Punch. 232 EVs in attack, 4 in defense, 252 in special defense, 20 in speed with an Adamant Nature. We are running Terra Steel this week because aside from the Ursaluna Blood Moon, there's not much that really, like, I don't think Kommo-o will dedicate just fighting coverage to us. So Terra Steel just helped me get that, get Terra'd off. And just take a lot of hits better from things like Lugia, from things like the Dialga, from things like the Iron Bundle, the Gengar, the Superior, all across those lines. It just helps us kind of resist that. So with that Terra also, we can, like, with the Mental Herb, the idea is to like sub in front of like a Taunt Umbreon or something along those lines. We can go for Terra Steel to avoid like, I think it's one of the few mons that still has Toxic maybe, but either way, we can avoid any sort of a Toxic. With that, we can take with our bulk. Naturally, we can go on ahead and take a Foul Play if he does decide to go for that. And then Mental Herb, if it is a taunt set to try to shut us from going for any sort of setup, we will be able to get behind that Substitute, go for a Swords Dance, and then Drain Punch and Thunder Punch is a great combination of moves to hit the likes of Amel's team. Next up, Pokemon is very niche. And it still falls in line with the category of you bring your Uber to an Uber's League. And I wasn't really sure how this one fit in this week, so we'll see how it goes. We are bringing Frieza. Frieza is rocking his Focus Sash with the Pressure ability. We have Skill Swap, Stealth Rock, Psycho Boost, and Superpower. 112 EVs in attack, 252 in special attack, 144 in speed with an adamant or naive nature. Excuse me. With the amount of speed that we have invested, we are outspeeding everything on Amel's team. Psycho Boost and Superpower can be nukes as long as they're not resisted. So Superpower into the likes of Dialga, Psycho Boost into things like Gengar. Lugia kind of takes it. Superpower into something like either one of them really into Iron Bundle. Psycho Boost into the Superior. Como-O, Terra Dependent, Superpower into the Umbreon, into the Ursaluna. The skill swap there is really, again, so the only form of hazard removal that he has is with the Hatterene. And if it is like a Deoxys versus a Hatterene lead, like he catches me there, I want to be able to go for a skill swap, so that way I get the magic bounce and he doesn't, and I've got my Focus Sash intact, so I can take a hit, and then I can get Stealth Rocks up in front of it, because if Hatterene either doesn't show up, or I can get rid of its magic bounce ability and I take it, we're in a much better spot from there. So Deoxys more than likely going to be my dedicated lead in this matchup, just to get that situation off, and hopefully get some rocks up that are there to stay. Next up, again, we've talked about it a lot of specially offensive presence here on his side of the field. So we are bringing T on the Metagross. He is rocking his leftovers with the Clear Body ability. We have Earthquake, Knockoff, Heavy Slam, and Protect. 252 EVs in HP, 4 in attack, 252 in special defense with a Careful Nature. Protect 3 attack, honestly, just goes really, really great across the board. We've got a pretty hefty attack stat with 135 base attack. Knockoff into things like Lugia, Earthquake into the Dialga, being able to knock off or Heavy Slam Iron Bundle, being able to knock off the Ursaluna. Como-O is Terra Dependent. We don't really appreciate Gengar and Umbreon still too much, but with our investment, we're able to maybe scout and then play around. Heavy Slam doing a lot of work to things like Superior and Hatterene as well. Next up, really big nuke on the team. Very looking forward to this to kind of tear down some of the slower Mons potentially. We are bringing Vegeta. No, Vegeta is not bringing his heavy duty boots this week. Vegeta is bringing his choice specs. We have Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, and Overheat. 252 EVs in special attack, 80 in special defense, 176 in speed with a timid nature. With this, we are outspeeding everything we possibly can. So Dialga Origin, Unboosted Como-O, Umbreon, Ursaluna, and Hatterene. 80 in special defense is just going to help us take a lot of those special hits a little bit better. And then choice specs paired with the Beads of Ruin, paired with these, just really, really go nicely. I mean, there's not like Como-O needs to Terra. If Como-O Terras, there's not necessarily a fire resist. It's type dependent on what it Terras into. Other than that, fire is neutral in the Iron Bundle. Goes well into Superior, Dark Pulse into the Lugia, Dark Pulse into the Gengar, fire into the Dialga Origin. We really want to break down those bottom 5 because I think we have some Pokemon that can help out, Gengar and above on that regard. So that is going to be Chiyu. And last but not least, I think this is a little bit of a cheeky set. I'm hoping that it works out well. I'd love for this to do something because it does have a lot of potential. We are bringing Toki the Corviknight. He is rocking his leftovers. We have the Unnerve ability to prevent any sort of like berry boosts. And the reason for that is because I feel like Lugia could run a Colbur Berry. I feel like Gengar could run a Colbur Berry. Umbreon or Ursaluna could run like a Chople Berry, something along those lines. So we have Bulk Up, Agility, Power Trip, and Body Press. We have 252 EVs in HP, 56 in defense, 16 special defense, 140 in speed with a Careful Nature. With this spread, we are doing a lot of things. The first thing is after an Agility, we are outspeeding the entirety of Amel's team. We have a good amount of natural bulk to take on really any hit that his team wants to go for. So after the Agility, we can start bulking up. That's going to boost not only our Body Press, but once we start stacking a lot of the Agility and the Bulk Up boosts, Power Trip, is going to do just a ton of damage across the board. So really the only thing that we want to worry about here is likely the Hatterene because it does Power Trip is neutral against it. So we would need a lot of boosts for me to feel comfortable just staying in and going for that. Ultimately, we do have, a good amount of bulk about us that I don't think Hatterene can do a lot to us without prior setup. But like I said, hopefully this is a little bit of a cheeky set, catches him off guard. If it does, if everything's a little bit weakened down and we can go for that Agility and start bulking up, or even just bulking up and then going for an Agility afterwards, like preserving our bulk. and then just clicking agility, and the next turn lighten off power trips or body presses as we need to. But that is going to be the team. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys at the battle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 6 of the BBL. My name is CBAD, coach of the Detroit Steel Wings. We are here taking on Amel. If you guys skip the team builder, you guys can see the 6 that I am bringing. Leave a like if you're excited, subscribe for more Draft League content, and I'll see you guys at team preview. All right, so we actually don't see the Hatterene, which means it's really nice to get rocks up. We do see both the Ubers and the Terra Captain, of course, which is totally fine. He told me that Komao is Terra normal, so Boom Burst is going to be something to just be mindful of. So I don't hate leading off still and getting rocks up, being able to chip away at maybe Lugia's multi-scale if it's got that. Dialga has to hold the item, so we know it can always switch up its moves. Umbreon, Synchronize, Gengar, Curse Body, Quark Drive, all that good stuff. So it is looking like, to me, there's potential for Corviknight, especially because he's got Terra Normal Komao. So we're going to see what happens here. But I like just getting rocks up and keeping those up. If we trade rocks, so be it. It's up with... Okay, yep. Good one. Good one. Let's just go ahead and get these rocks up. See what wants to go for. Get him up and keep him up. Thunderbolt. Okay. So, like, let's see if we can get any sort of damage read on that, right? That brought us down 29. That did what? 71% to us? So, max special attack, not... Max special attack, not timid or anything like that. Let's swap out into Clefable here. Or not modest, excuse me. So that's max special attack, Lugia. It doesn't look like to be modest. It could be and have gotten a mid-roll, or it can be timid and got a high roll. All right. I can pretty easily do some stuff here. What is your swap into me? What is your swap into a Shadow Ball right now? Like, if I just go for a Calm Mind and try to do that. Gengar. Okay. Uh, 50% chance to KO max Gengar right here with the Shadow Ball. Scarf Sludge Wave is doing 41 to 48. I also live the specs as well, I assume. Well, let me put in choice specs on this manually because I'm going to mess myself up here otherwise. 60 to 72. So, like, I could Moonlight here to scout for the damage. Or I could just go for the chip. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. I'm going to try to pick this off here. There's the Sludge Bomb. All right. So Moonlight seems to be a fine play, I feel like. Just getting back up to full as much as we can. Goes for Toxic Spikes. Ooh, okay. I see you. I see you. So not Scarf. Not Scarf at the end of the day. So, like, I could very easily go for another Calm Mind here. Pain Split. Okay. So I should always knock him out from full now. We'll just go for that Moonlight. Withdraws. Okay, so we're at full and we're +2/+2 right now. With rocks up. Moonblast is 41 to 49 to max HP. Now, if he's physical, you got me, right? Like, that's, you know... That is what that is at this point. But if it's just Flash Cannon, if it's Steel Beam, it does an insane amount of damage. Flash Cannon, I can eat, though. I'm going to go for a Moonblast. Goes for the Flash Cannon. Okay. Did 39 with Flash Cannon. That sounds about right. So that means I could probably... Where am I at? I'm at 68. Let's go for a Moonlight. I can go for another Calm Mind afterwards. Alternatively, I just go for the Moonblast and get my kill. Coming down to about 37%. Clefable, the God. Clefable, the God right here. Doing an insane amount of work. All right. What else we got on the field? Iron Bundle. Okay. So Iron Bundle could have like a pretty fast taunt. It does have the booster energy. For speed. Okay. So it could have taunt. I'm going to try to go for a Moonlight here. Yeah, it does have taunt. Okay, that's fine. Hydro Pump is doing 17 to 20 to me. I'll just go for the Moonblast here. Just the Ice Beam. All right. No freeze. Clefable KO's Iron Bundle. All right. Two big threats down. Super fast threat down as well. Taunted, unfortunately. So Gengar can kind of come in and do some stuff here, right? I'll go for Shadow Ball. I'll take the Gengar. All right, and my Shadow Ball was disabled. Tough life. Tough life. All right. Need something that can do 18% to me. I did shake off the taunt, so he needs to hit me now. And that looks like Lugia. We talked about how you were pretty specially defensive earlier. Pretty specially offensive. Would you get, like, a steel move? You do have Iron Head. Would you run Iron Head, though? Like, Aeroblast, I feel like, is your strongest move here. And if you're modest, it doesn't knock me out. So I'm going to go for a Moonlight. Yep. Calm Mind right here. We broke his multi-scale with the rocks, too. Missed the Aeroblast, unfortunately. I believe my cursed body will be off after this. One more. One more and a +3 Shadow Ball should be doing a great amount of damage. Maybe? I would assume so with multi-scale broken. One more Moonlight. Bring me back. All right. Move should be disabled, and I think Clefable's in like a pretty commanding position to just finish out the game. Was to recover. Okay. Brings back up his scale. That's totally fine. Weakness policy. Okay. Good thing I am unaware. There's the Aeroblast. And that should be a dead Lugia. Almost. Clefable KOs Lugia with Shadow Ball. We have Como and Umbreon left. Umbreon comes in. Am I +3 or +4? I'm currently +3. Okay. Go for the Moonblast here. Has Light Screen. Okay. That is fine with me. I'm going to grab another Calm Mind, try to burn its turn of screens. There's the Reflect. And I think unless this is Physical Coma O, Clefable wins this one. Goes to the taunt. Okay, that's fine. Clefable KOs Umbreon. With Moonblast. And even with the light screen up, we should be doing a lot of damage to this Coma O, depending on the set. There's Terra Normal. All right. Yeah, Terra Normal through a light screen, 48 to 57 if it's not hyper invested here. There's the Boom Burst. Okay. Good damage. All right. I think Clefable wins this. There's Clangorous Soul. And that is going to be game. Clefable being just an indomitable threat in this league. Absolutely amazing. GG's to my man Amel. I liked a lot of the team. I think the weakness policy Lugia was super dope. I've never used Screens Umbreon. I think that is some fire tech. Really, really big fan. Definitely go check out his channel. The link will be in the description, as well as the rest of the coaches in this draft league. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, leave a like, subscribe for more Pokemon Draft League content. We are taking on my man Chimpact next week. We're looking forward to that matchup as well. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great, and I'll see you guys next week for game day. Later.